Student, today we are going to learn the topic Delhi Sultanate, third chapter of history. So I'm going to start with introduction. During 10th and 11th century, there was lack of political unity in India, and because of that, India was unable to stop attack from invaders like Turkeys and Afghans, and rulers of Turkeys and Afghan attacked India from all sides and were getting quick victories, and then they established their empire in 13th century, which is what we know as Delhi Sultanate. And the Sultan of Delhi ruled for a quite long period of time in India, that is 320 years, during which there were achievements in different fields like in the field of culture, in the field of art and architecture. There was lot of development. Next year we have some important point to remember regarding Delhi Sultanate. Year of establishment 1206 AD. Founder Qutb-ud-Din Aibak. Dynasties included in Delhi Sultanate are 5. Total period of Delhi Sultanate or year of rule of Delhi Sultanate 320. Total Sultan of Delhi Sultanate are 32, and of the Delhi Sultanate rule was in 1526 AD when there was first battle of Panipat and they were defeated by Babur. Babur was the first emperor of Mughal Empire and founder of Mughal Empire. Next we have important dynasties which rule over Delhi: Slab dynasty, Khilji dynasty, Tughlaq dynasty, Sayyid dynasty and Lodi dynasty. And we have brief summary about the different dynasties of Delhi Sultanate. And we have, after the Arab invasion of Sindh, Delhi Sultanate was established by Qutb-ud-Din Aibak in 1206 AD. Iltutmish succeeded Qutb-ud-Din Aibak and later he was succeeded by his daughter Razia Begum. Ghiyasuddin Balban was the next important sultan. He beautified the Delhi. Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq defeated the last ruler of Khilji dynasty and became the ruler in 1320 AD. His son Muhammad bin Tughlaq succeeded him, and he was an able sultan with best intention and excellent ideas, but he lacked in patience. The next ruler was Firoz Shah Tughlaq. He was a capable, strong sultan. Finally, the Tughlaq dynasty was succeeded by Sayyid dynasty and later by Lodi dynasty. Ibrahim Lodi was the last ruler of Lodi dynasty who was defeated by Babur in the first battle of Panipat in 1526 AD. Here we have a brief summary starting to the end of this Delhi Sultanate. And next we have in detail about the Delhi Sultanate. After the death of Muhammad Ghori, who established the Sultanate empire in India in after the death of Muhammad Ghori in 1206 AD, his Indian empire passed into the hand of his viceroy Qutb-ud-Din Aibak as he had no successor. He had no successor because he had no son, but he raised all his slaves as his own son and trained well, and one of the favorite among them was Qutb-ud-Din Aibak. He later became the founder of the Slav dynasty. The Delhi Sultanate was established by Qutb-ud-Din Aibak in 1206 AD. Altogether, 5 dynasties from 1206 to 1226 AD formed Delhi Sultanate. We have important dynasty of Delhi Sultanate which ruled Delhi along with their founders: Slab dynasty, Qutb-ud-Din Aibak; Khilji dynasty, Jalaluddin Khilji; Tughlaq dynasty, Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq; Sayyid dynasty, Kir Khan; Lodi dynasty, Bahlul Khan Lodi. So here we have dynasties along with their founder. Next, we are going to know in detail about Slav dynasty. Muhammad Ghori had left the task of administration of India after he conquered India to Qutb-ud-Din Aibak, his slave and governor of Indian provinces. After the death of Muhammad Ghori, he declared himself the Sultan of Hindustan. He ruled for 4 years. Later, he was succeeded by Iltutmish. In turn, he was succeeded by Razia Begum, who was killed in a battle in 1240 AD. Razia Begum was the first female ruler of Delhi Sultanate, or we can say first female ruler of Muslim. Her succession to the throne was challenged by a section of nobles. After some years of rule, he was deposed by a group of nobles in 1240, and she was killed in a battle in 1240. And then Ghiyas-ud-Din Balban was the next important Sultan of Delhi Sultanate. So here we have description or detail about Slav dynasty. Next we have the second dynasty of Delhi Sultanate, that is Khilji dynasty. Jalaluddin Khilji established Khilji dynasty. The founder of Turkish dynasty, Jalaluddin Khilji, was 70 years old when he ascended the throne of Delhi. He defeated the descendants of Balban, being victorious, came to power. He was kind-hearted, mild, and had faith in nature, and he was succeeded by Alauddin Khilji. Next, we have the third important dynasty, Tughlaq dynasty. Ghiyas-ud-Din Tughlaq defeated and killed the last ruler of Khilji dynasty and became the ruler of Delhi in 1320 AD. He was succeeded by his son Muhammad bin Tughlaq. He ruled from 1325 to 1351 AD. He was a good calligraphist, scholar, writer, and orator. Firoz Shah Tughlaq was a powerful ruler after Muhammad bin Tughlaq. He built a new capital at Delhi and named it Firozabad. He founded the cities of Hisar, Fatehbad, Jaunpur. After the death of Firoz Shah Tughlaq, the Delhi Sultanate gradually declined. So here we know after the death of which ruler Delhi Sultanate declined. Next, we have the last dynasty, that is Lodi dynasty. Bahlul Khan Lodi was an Afghan noble who was a great soldier. When Alam Shah voluntarily abdicated the throne to him, Bahlul Khan seized the throne on April 15, 1451 with the support of his minister Hamid Khan. He was the first Afghan ruler of Delhi. Bahlul Khan extended his territories over Gwalior, Jaunpur, and Upper Uttar Pradesh. He appointed his eldest son Barbak Shah as viceroy of Jaunpur in 1486. Bahlul Khan was confused as to who should succeed him among his sons Barbak Shah and Nizam Shah, and grandson Azam-e-Humayun. Nizam Shah succeeded him under the title of Sikandar Shah. So we have the end of 5 important dynasty of Delhi Sultanate. And here we are going to find out how we know about the 5 dynasty of Delhi Sultanate. In this topic, find out about the Delhi Sultanates. So inscription, coins, and architectures are the sources of information on the sultans of Delhi. We all have that description that we discussed in previous slide. All that information is derived from the inscription, coins, and architecture. So along with that, Tawarik is the book written in Persian language And this one is also one of the source of information about Delhi Sultanate. Persian was the language of administration under the Delhi Sultans. And in 1236, Sultan Iltutmish daughter Razia Sultan became Sultan of Delhi, and she was removed from the throne in 1240. As we already discussed, every one of you know this. These are some of the findings regarding Delhi Sultanate with the help of the inscription, coins, and architectures. Next, we have the next topic, the expansion of Delhi Sultanate. Delhi's authority was also challenged by Mughal invasion from Afghans. Frequently, Mughal invaded India. Mughals were the ruler of Afghan. The Sultanate consolidation occurred during the reign of Ghiyazuddin Balban and further expansion under Alauddin Khilji and Muhammad Tughlaq. So during the reign of this Ghiyazuddin Balban, Alauddin Khilji and Muhammad Tughlaq, there was consolidation of Delhi Sultanate. The first set of campaign along the internal frontier of the Sultanate aimed at consolidating the hinterland of Garrison Town. Garrison Town means a town that has a town that has troops or soldier military person permanently stationed in it. Then that is what we know as Garrison Town. So garrison towns expanded during the rule of Ghiyazuddin Balban, Alauddin Khilji, and Muhammad bin Tughlaq. And they are trying to consolidating hinterland to the garrison town so that they can expand. The second expansion occurred along the external frontier of the Sultanate. So this is how externally, internally, Delhi Sultan tried to expand their empire. Next, we have consolidation under the Khiljis and Tughlaqs. The Khiljis and Tughlaqs monarch appointed military commander as governor of territories of varying sizes, which were called Iqta. So Iqta means territories of varying sizes during the time of Khiljis and Tughlaq. To look after this Iqta, they appointed military commander as governor of that territory, and their holder was called Iqtadar or Mukti. So landholder was called Iqtadar or Mukti. That means they were managing administration with the help of governor. A large part of the subcontinent remained outside the control of the Delhi Sultan, as their empire was too big to control only by the sultans. So it was difficult to control distant provinces like Bengal from Delhi. So local chieftains established their rule in these regions. Sometimes rulers like Alauddin Khilji and Muhammad Tughlaq could force their control in these areas, but only for a short duration. So Sultan could not properly control all the area because their area of rule was too big. The Mongols under Genghis Khan invaded northeast Iran in 1219. Mughal attack on Delhi Sultanate increased during the reign of Alauddin Khilji. So frequently Mughal attack. Next we have the Sultanate in the 15th and 16th century. So here we are going to know the political, social situation of Sultanate period in 15th and 16th century. After the Tughlaq, the Sayyid and Lodi dynasty ruled from Delhi and Agra till 1526. By then, Jaunpur, Bengal, Malwa, Gujarat, Rajasthan, and the entire South India had independent rulers who had established or flourishing and prosperous capitals. So this was also the period which saw the emergence of new ruling groups like Afghans and Rajputs. And Sher Shah Sur, who ruled during the period of 1540 to 1545, started his career as the manager of a small territory for his uncle in Bihar and eventually challenged and defeated the Mughal Emperor Humayun. So here we know how this sultanate ruled in 15th and 16th century in different areas of Indian subcontinent. Next, here we have important part. There was no definite law of succession. After the death of each sultan, the situation gave rise to many civil wars. The noble became the king makers and controlled the weak sultans. Jaghir system gave rise to disintegration that weakened the kingdom. Invasion of Timur and Babur was the main cause for the downfall of the Delhi Sultanate. So here we have the reason for why Delhi Sultanate declined. These are some of the important reasons. Because of that, Delhi Sultanate declined, or we can say reason for downfall of Delhi Sultanate. So with this, I'm going to end the chapter. So for today, I end here. Thank you.